as interesting as it seems, I've got some questions and answers. And here's the first one. Am I happy being an artist? People know art is not just so much about painting or drawing. It's drawing the essence of creativity. And I'm a highly end creative person due to the fact that I've had a wonderful upbringing from a creative family. And am I happy being an artist? Of course, yes, 100%. I've got question number 2, and this is an interesting one. It's quite a sensitive area, really. Money. Now, money is very important. People say that money doesn't make them happy. Am I happy being an artist? Yes. Does money make me happy? Yes. If I tell you how much I spend on paint and materials for 1 year, it would be absolutely unbelievable. And if you know any mainstream artists, I'll use for example Tracy Emin, who's up in London. She's had a bit of a bashful time at the moment, but she's doing incredibly well, I feel. I take my hat off to her. But when you spend on a product, it has to be a good product, so you do pay for what you get. I use very good paint. I won't mention the brand just at the moment, but I use oil, acrylic and ink. And when you stick with a better brand, excuse me, Robert Dean said once on an interview, you can't rush a good cigar. It's pointless because you need to savour them. It's a wonderful thing. Money will buy me cigars, money will buy me paintbrushes, money fuels my car, money feeds me, money lets me move, money makes me happy. Canvas, paintbrushes, palette knives, paint. You have to survive as a human being before you work in the area of art. And art is very, very expensive to deal with. Collecting, making and being an artist involve a tremendous amount of money. So does money make me happy? The more the better. Indeed, categorically, yes. What mood do I paint in? But what environment do I find comfortable to work in? And that one is good lighting, wonderful materials, obviously a good cigar, and music. I play exceedingly loud music. I'm very fond of Boris Brejcha. His work is astronomically dynamic, and when I ramp his music up, what I do, I use the music to a, let's say, how can I describe it? A comfortable volume for my neighbours. And when it starts to flow, the creative ebb, the tsunami of creativity, I paint like a freak. I am, let's say, prolific. I produce a tremendous amount of work, and I'm happy that way. But it'll only be there for about, let's say, 3 months. Beginning of winter to the beginning of spring is my window of creativity, because I like to fight off the dark, depressing evenings with colour and vibrancy, and that includes a cigar and incredibly loud music. The question is about time. How much time have I got left? I'll never know. Picasso lived up until 93 years old. Very interesting. He was working on pottery at the time, towards the last days, and I'm sure he was very happy. He looked a bit frail, but still happy. Am I fearful of death? Well, this is very interesting, isn't it, really? I've got to a ripe old age of 66 years. I'm at the age of retirement, which is something I'll never do, in the sense that I might do a bit of gardening or paint the garden fence. No, I'm an artist. Am I fearful of death? Well, nobody really knows when it's their time to go. Albeit an accident or ill health or Your time to go. So, if it's a case that I might be fearful of dying, it's categorically no. I've done really well. I've got to this ripe old age. I'm physically fit generally. My mind is debatably sound. But the idea is basically at the end of the day, and no holes barred, if I ended up croaking right now, I'd be more than happy. My family would be a bit distressed to think that the old man has croaked. But, you know, I think when it's time to meet your maker, it's on his terms that you actually leave this flesh existence, this flesh body that breaks and fails and deteriorates and plays up. Oh, in the younger years when you're a child and you're youthful and starting out with all these perceptions of, oh, will I do this, will I do that, can I do this, can I do that? When you look back at my age, and even some people who are older than me, I know a chap who's 91 years old. His name is Jackie Murphy. He's a wonderful chap. He walks and walks and walks. He's a lovely chap, and he's very sound of mind, and he walks, and he's got a wonderful persona about him, very optimistic, and he's had a tough time lately. But you know, he says as he shakes my hand in the street, when your number's up, you give it the best shot you can, because every minute that we spend here is a blessed moment. If you can make people happy around you in your general vicinity, in the sense that you're quite, let's say, kind, respectable, caring, it's all to do with the heart, really. A man can only do what he is. The perception of a man accomplishing things in life is his acceptance of being assisted and directed by the man upstairs. And I can't emphasise on the fact enough that reap what you sow. I've done a bit of sowing and I've done a lot of reaping. But the idea is, doesn't that sound unusual? At the end of the day, we are not fully understanding of where we are in our life. Some people gain great power, great wealth, and they use that to their best ability to progress. There are some people that use money, power and influence to control and become quite destructive. And I'm sure in the world, I don't need to mention any names, that some of them lot out there blowing things up and causing a lot of pain and misery. That's not the best thing to do, is it?